Alright guys, welcome back. I'm Nikki with Simply Humble Homestead. Evelyn. As the few subscribers that I have already know, I took a break. I took on way more than what I planned. Okay, I don't want to say what I planned to take on. I definitely planned to take all of it on, but I don't think I planned on all of it being how it was. So I'm here to apologize to the few subscribers that I do have, because I haven't put a video out in a good month or so, or a couple months. But we've got things a little bit calmer now. I'm used to a lot of the new tasks. So we're going to jump right back into it. I'm going to try to stay dedicated this time. And I have a lot of fun things to show you guys. There is a lot more happening. Some of my skills have increased, and it is currently, we just entered into November. So, and we're here in zone, I think it's 5A is where we are technically at. It's either 5A or 5B. So our growing season's over. We have already got we've already hit freezing temperatures. So everything is, that part of things is done. So I was thinking maybe if I start filming now and getting used to filming on a regular basis, by the time the garden season comes again, I'm going to be prepared to deal with that on top of all the animals and whatnot. So it is getting cold, and as you guys know, I was in Arizona for the past 7 years, and I was in the valley, so it was hot. And here I am, and we're dropping down into the 20s at night. During the day is not bad. When I'm out and about, I definitely need a coat to go out. But once I start moving around, then I warm up pretty good. So I think that I'm going to adapt pretty well. I don't know. My blood's different because of being in Arizona for so long. So, I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. We are going to try to do better this time. I know there's a lot of other channels out there that have went through similar things, and it was a hard decision to come to because it was something that I wanted to do, but at the same time, I had to put other priorities first and make sure that we really got the hang of all of that, because at the end of the day, it's mainly me doing a lot of these things. So that's a lot, and starting all of this so early, not so early, doing all of this really fast. I mean, when I got the ball rolling, I just, boom, I went for it, and I went in hard. So I took on a lot, trying to get into those routines while still being a mother and all of that. It was a lot. So I'm going to apologize. In this video, I am going to do just an update of everything that is around, and then we are going to start doing different videos. I would like to show you guys how I butcher my quail. We got the quail going really good. We, this coming spring, are starting meat rabbits, or I'll have a trio to start meat rabbits. We still have Lady Bun Bun. She will be one of our breeders. She's in New Zealand. And then I have a whole new addition coming to the homestead, which is going to be in a separate video, so I am not letting anyone know what it is until I have it and it's here. And we, of course, chickens. They're good. You know, we have been winterizing things and getting them prepared for the winter. They seem not phased, although I'm freezing. Oh, chickens. So, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna do my best to do better. Just stick with me and understand this is something that I've never done before. So, I have no skills when it comes to being a creator or publisher or whatever you want to call it, vlogger. I'm still very new to all of this. Editing is extremely overwhelming to me. And I think that was the other hard part is, I mean, I could go out and I could capture video and it may not be perfect quality, okay, because I'm using my phone, you know, I'm using what I have. But editing, you know, you sit there forever editing videos, and then we don't have internet. We don't have high-speed internet. We have our phones and the hotspot that comes with our phones. So uploading would take a very long time, and it just got really overwhelming on top of everything else. This was the easiest thing to just, okay, we're putting this off to the side. We need to focus on this. So, all right, guys, let's just get to it. Leaves have fallen. Cornfield that is just gone. The tree losing all its leaves. That guy is starting to lose all of its leaves. Oh, it's crazy when all the green goes away, and soon we're gonna be covered in snow. All right, guys, this is what is remaining. I need to take all this out of the pots. The strawberries, I need to winterize them today, so hopefully they come back in the spring, because I am not looking forward to having to buy more strawberries if I can't winterize them in this laundry basket. They have grown extremely well in this container, but when I set up the container, I didn't think about winterizing, you know, because usually you have strawberries in a patch in the ground and then you just mulch over the top of them. Well, I can't mulch over the top of this, and I can't even lay it on its side to mulch because it's got strawberries around it, because we had quite a few runners that then we rooted to other parts of it. So we will see if they come back next spring. If not, I guess that I'm going to have to do it a different way. We actually ended up with one growing up at the top. And next year, I am not putting a tomato plant at the top. I might do some flowers. And then I'm going to raise the level on this. But the tomato plant got insane. It got so big that it was wanting to tip over the container. So, not doing that again. Lesson learned. There was a lot of learning curves through this growing season. My container garden actually did very well. I'm actually very happy with how it came out. I think what it came down to, the things that didn't do very well was things that I had no experience growing. So I didn't get a whole lot of yield from it or whatnot, but everything grew, which made me tickled pink. So anyway, guys, this is what's left. Now there is peas. The peas are a cold weather plant, so they have actually been doing very well. We actually have at least one pea on there. I don't know how long it's actually going to survive. I planted it a little too late for fall gardening. And they were just seeds that came off of another plant, and I just stuck them in there and they grew. So, you know, it's not really a loss if they don't really do anything. Hi, ladies. All right, guys, so quite a bit has happened with the chickens. We have made the fence taller. We had a lot of escapees, and ultimately, in the end, when I get my own property, I do want to have my chickens to be free ranging. But here we're in town, so we can't free range them. So we really needed to make it less of a job keeping them in, is ultimately the thing. So this is the Java pen. We will actually go into it. Hi guys. All right, so they have been molting. We got a couple of girls that are still a little naked, but hopefully they will fluff out because it's getting colder. We do have 2 roosters in here. Tamara had got some, excuse the chicken, or rooster. He still doesn't know when to be quiet. And now we have more, and he's teaching everyone bad habits. So Tamara had got some show quality eggs, and we hatched those out, which I think there was 12 of them. And right now there's 2 roosters. We're letting them grow out to see who's the best quality of rooster to be with these ladies. So that's the Javas. There's Mr. Loud Blue. And was Snow just crowing? I really hope that it wasn't Snow crowing, because we're under the assumption that Snow, which is this guy right here, is a girl. Because Silkies are really hard to sex. And okay, definitely a boy. Oh, Tamara's not going to be happy. She really wanted it to be a girl. This little naked neck right here, this is a rooster. And as you see, the 2 turkins, they have grown. We have the little splash girls in here. There's one coming out of the coop now. This is Tamara's project. They really were her project birds, versus the Javas were, dual purpose. They were meant for meat and eggs. These guys are more for fun. Snow, you're a boy. Was not expecting that on camera. Thank you guys, because if I probably wouldn't have came out here to video, I wouldn't have noticed him crowing. And these are mine. As I have discussed before, Blue. As I have discussed before, I wanted a mixed flock. That right there, that's a Midnight Majesty Moran. These guys right here are the 4 babies we used for one of the Silkies. We did everything and we couldn't get her to stop being broody. And I was concerned because we were getting close to the winter, and they need to be able to eat and drink regularly to be able to survive the cold temperatures. And when they're broody, they don't do that. They will go out and eat and drink, but it's very limited because they want to stay in their nest. So we had got her some babies that she could raise to get her out of broodiness, and she did. She is that little girl right there, the little white one. That's Misty. So anyway, these were just 4 rare choice hatchery birds from a local hatchery. So I'm not for sure what they actually are, but they're beautiful. We're going to let them grow and see what's male and female and decide if we're keeping any. The only rooster we ended up with in the end was Floki. Where is he? Oh, he's back here, and that was Blue's baby. He's the only rooster we have. We ended up with a lot of females. So I actually have, I think it's like 20 chickens. They have also pulled out a good section of their straw out on the ground. Here's little Miss Betty White. We were under the assumption that little one, that Polish, was a boy, and so we named him Willie. And we're really excited to have a Polish male. But turns out Willie is a Wilma. Very much a girl. We got an Easter egger there. The amberlinks, most of them have not started laying. A lot of them probably won't lay until the spring. But I do have a couple that are laying. That little lavender colored one back there, that's a cross between Java and Blue. And it came out really pretty. They were in the silky pen. There's 2 of them. And I decided to keep them because Tamara was lessening her numbers. So that one's lavender. And then little Miss Opal is in her nesting box. And I'm just hoping she's getting ready to lay and she's not broody. She's not fluffing up with me even being right here. So I am hoping that she's not going broody because I really don't want to have hens broody during the winter. And our hens turn out to just be extremely stubborn when it is getting them out of there. So another addition is their coop for now. We are actually building a coop. You know, you've heard about our struggles on that because lumber is high right now. And I just needed to get them into something bigger. This is still, in my opinion, not big enough for them. But it is big enough to get them through the winter until we get the new coop built. Where the plywood is, there's windows all throughout it, which was really nice during the summer and the heat, you know, so I got really good amounts of ventilation. We have covered that. I now use sand as my substrate in the coop. And I have put straw on top of it to help keep everything warm for them. So that was the playhouse that we converted into a chicken coop. The coop that we had out here before is now for the quail. That's Quail Mansion, which is mainly why I bought it. We just didn't have the quail yet. So we used it for the baby chickens. And the garden is not so much of a garden anymore. I need to pick all of these tomatoes. I'm actually going to pick a couple and toss them to the chickens. But that way... Oh, that one didn't make it over. I'm sorry. That way the chickens get some use out of them. Blue. So much. So things that went well this year in our garden. These tomatoes were extremely well. The plant has just started to die off. So it was really prolific. I think the best growing thing that was in our garden was our cabbage. Our cabbage patch came out really, really good. Even in the heat of summer, like we still got really good cabbages. And I expected them to die off because they're brassicas, you know, or bolt. And they didn't. We were able to get all but 1 head of cabbage, and I think we planted 9. The thing that went insane in our garden was our squash plants. They were planted over there, and they made it probably to where my foot is. They grew like crazy. Next season I am trying vertical gardening. I'm gonna get some cattle panels this season or through the winter and then start vertically gardening. We're gonna do a lot more container gardening, and we're just gonna try to use as much space as we can because we can't make this garden any bigger. We're actually on the property line now, and we can't go much farther back that way. So this is just, it is what it is for the in-ground garden. So we need to find other ways because I want to start growing a good percentage of our food. So that is going to require more space. So container gardening it is. Hey guys, welcome to Quail Mansion. So you have seen this coop before, and like I have said, I initially bought it to be temporary for the babies or baby chickens and then turn it into my Quail Mansion. I knew that it obviously was not big enough for the amount of chickens that I had. But I knew that it would work temporarily till we were able to build a coop. And that's why we converted the playhouse. So anyway, now they have it. In here we have pearls, tuxedos. There's some Italians in there. There's some English whites. And these are our babies, so let's check it out. Hi, guys. Hi. What are you doing? Hi. Yeah, pretty babes. So, I knew that this was also not going to be big enough for my cubby. And right now it's a combined covey. We're not dividing them up until, obviously, I'm getting ready to move. So, me, who has never had any experience in building anything, I built a run to go onto it and took out the hardware cloth that was back here on the back, so that way they had access into the run. This is temporary. We tried making it just one big door, but it weighs too much. And that was just supposed to be temporary as well, because we actually want 2 doors to where you can access from both sides. So now they have a lot more room, and they are so happy, so much happier. And that was actually on accident. We put hardware cloth on the wrong side because I wanted it up and above, and accidentally I just got ahead of myself and I just started, putting hardware cloth on the wood frame. And so now it's actually a spot where we put straw and then they lay there, which is actually perfect. Now when they go outside, that's probably not going to be able to happen, or I'm going to have to build a roof to go over this, because they're in here for the winter, because snow drifts get way too deep out here and they're going to get buried alive, and I don't want that. So they are in the garage. This is now a grow out. These guys are currently going on 4 weeks old. These are pearls. They came from our first batch of quail. So we are growing them out. We are going to take what females and males we need for the covey, and the rest will be for meat. And there's quite a few of them in there. Look at them hoarding in there. There's a no-mess feeder in there, which I plan on doing for all the quail. I just haven't got to it. A lot of big projects. So then over here, and don't mind the garage, guys. It is dirty. We have cleaned it. And just more stuff. Like, stuff just accumulates, between projects and whatnot. Stuff accumulates so fast. And our garage is supposed to look nice. Because I don't know a lot of people that have garages that actually, stay clean. Like, if you actually utilize your garage. Here is little Miss Lady Bun Bun. Lady! Hi, honey. Hi. So she is our New Zealand, as you guys know, and she will be one of the does for our breeding trio for meat rabbits. What are you doing, lady? Lady Bun Bun. She is such a sweet girl for a meat rabbit. She got an upgraded litter box, which I just cleaned yesterday, and she's already overwhelmed it with pee. These guys pee a lot. I didn't realize how much they peed. So that is her. And I'm going to be making a bigger enclosure for all of my rabbits once I really get going with it. This is the hutch that we first bought, just so she had something as a baby. And right now, with just the amount of projects, it's currently working for her right now. But this is not what I want for her in the end. I am getting a pen to go out in the yard or in the house, so she has out time outside of it, which I'm going to do with everybody. And I'm getting a pen that goes inside, because she also comes inside and bounces around and has a heyday.